everyone, welcome to the Lollar booth. I have used y'all's pickup a lot when I fix guitars, and people recommend me, hey, what pickup should I use? I always say, hey, think about Lollars. But I wanted to learn a little bit more about what makes you guys a little bit special compared to other brands of pickup makers and everything.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Well, as you know, pickups are really a subjective thing, so it's all a matter of personal taste at the end of the day. But what we think is unique about what we do is that, the founder, Jason Lollar, spent so much time going through all of the vintage guitars that he had in his hands and that he was repairing, and he kind of learned recipes that make those sound like they sound and what makes them tick, so that we could recreate them in a way that was more consistent than what the originals were. Because it was sort of luck of the draw in the beginning if it would sound good or if it would sound bad. And once we can get a handle on how to manipulate those factors, we can recreate it consistently and then sort of steer it in a direction that it may not have gone before. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. It seems like you guys can recreate the same sound over and over again with a very very accurately, right? That's one of your, it's not every pickup is different. Once you get a series of pickup, it's really good and it's always the same.
Yeah, there's a level of consistency that we aspire to that is just, I think it's above and beyond what some other brands may offer. So yeah, and the materials that we use, we do our best to source the highest quality materials, and we have really strict quality control. So when something's made, it goes through a series of testing, and then it goes through that again after it gets sent down to shipping, and we make sure that everything is just top notch.
Are you guys covering almost every single pickup out there? Is there any other, is it there's an R&D version where you say, hey, what's next? What do we do next?
Yeah, well, so when we come up with new products, what we want to do is fill an existing need. We don't want to make things aimlessly without cause. We want to make sure that we're doing something that's going to suit guitar builders and guitar players, and at the end of the day provide something that needs to exist in the world. So we take a lot of input from feedback that we get from builders and players out there and from our own employees about what they think would be cool, and we try a bunch of different models until we say, hey, yeah man, this sounds great. It's gonna give you something that previously didn't exist, or it's gonna be a new take on something that exists, and offers something, brings something to the table. Yeah.
I have a follow-up question. So I know that you guys work with different brands, right? Are the pickups that you're sending those different brands slightly tweaked for their use, or is it more, is it the same, all the pickups are the same?
Oh, that's a great question, yeah. There are a number of companies that we work with who want some subtle difference in what our stock line would be, and that's a matter of taste. Maybe it has to do with how it's gelling with their particular product. The style of wood that they use maybe calls for something that's just a little bit tweaked. So we do exclusive lines of pickups with a lot of brands, depending on where the conversation leads us in developing that game plan. Yeah,
I was wondering about that, because then they have their own signature. You guys build it, but they have their own signature taste, right?
Absolutely.
Now, if somebody's thinking about building a new guitar and they want to put Lollars inside, how can they hear the subtle differences? What's the best way to experience that?
Oh, that's a good question. Between different potential models to use, we have a lot of demos online. We have examples of sound clips on our website, and then on YouTube we have a bunch of comparisons and things. But even in-house, we've done a bunch of videos where we'll take every model of Telecaster pickup and play them back to back, so you can get an idea of the subtle characteristics and the subtle differences between each model, and decide what's right for you. What we do always tell people, though, when they're looking for something, and particularly to touch on the note of customization and subtle tweaks, we've gone through a lot of the process of determining what sounds good and creating the lines that that we offer, like our stock products. So more often than not, that's a great baseline to start with. So before you try to, delve into changing what already is there, just know that we put in countless hours to make sure it sounds good. So I would recommend trying it out. But with any given model of pickup, yeah, we have a bunch of options. Our P90s, we have our standard wine, our 50s wine, our high wine. It's all going to give you just a little bit of a different take on a similar type of a thing, depending on what you're after. Yeah.
So yeah, guys, this is one of all the boutique companies. A lot of them are using their pickups. There's got to be a reason why. I have a couple of their pickups in my guitars too. So check them out. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Kevin.
Thank you, James. I appreciate you coming by.
Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next one.